Mobility Engineering, back again for another Q&A. Thank you very much for tuning in. We love those questions, keep them coming in. And as I always say with my trusty subscribe pillow, please hit the button that looks a bit like this somewhere down there. We'd love to get your support to get us to 1,000 subscribers. So hit that button and help us get to that 1,000. Okay, so today's question is around vehicle funding with the NDIS. So the question is, the person wants to get a turning seat like this, a turnout seat, and basically they've asked, does the NDIS fund the vehicle as well? Because they've realised they might need to get a new vehicle for it. Because the one that they've got is quite old and they were worried that maybe that can't be funded. So first of all, we've got a video on the old vehicles and whether or not they can be funded, and we'll put a link down there below. And there's also a guideline by the NDIS around vehicle modifications and what's included and what's not, and we'll put a link to that NDIS page down below as well. So what I thought I would do was to go through the main points that the NDIS puts forward around vehicle modifications and whether or not they will fund them. So in general, the vehicle part is a no. They won't fund the vehicle. They will fund the product only, right? And the vehicle does have to have constraints around it, which it has to be less than 5 years or under 80,000 kilometers. You can push the barriers of those constraints, but you do need to have justifications around it depending on the product, and we've got a video on that which the link will be below. You have to make sure that basically the product, for that to be funded, you've got to make sure that's basically looked at by an occupational therapist and assessed and has some kind of allied health professional report connected to it. You have to own the vehicle. So if the participant doesn't own the vehicle, then it's possible, but you need to then demonstrate in writing or by some kind of agreement that you have the rights to use that vehicle. So it might not be your vehicle, it might be a friend's vehicle, it might be a partner's vehicle, parent's vehicle. That's okay. The rules say that it must be yours, but it's okay if you can use somebody else's, but you need clear guarantee that you have full access to that vehicle like it's yours. So they'll need something in writing or some kind of agreement around that. The other thing that you actually also need to be able to demonstrate is that you are able to fund the ongoing vehicle costs. So if they're going to fund a product for you to use in the vehicle, you need to also demonstrate that your vehicle can be appropriately maintained regularly, because they are not going to be responsible for the servicing of the vehicle, they'll be responsible for the servicing of the unit. Now, in some very, very, very few cases, they will fund the vehicle, but in those cases, it needs to be demonstrated that basically the vehicle is required as part of the entire conversion. So the vehicle effectively is like a product. That is a very, very rare case. It would be for extremely high needs people, and we'll go through multiple versions of assessments. So we haven't actually heard of anyone passing that assessment yet as of September 2020, and the NDIS has been around for about 6 years. But the NDIS has that window open for the vehicle to be funded, but they're not going to give that away very easily. It's only on a very, very specialized basis. So generally the vehicle is not funded. The vehicle has to be yours. You have to be able to maintain it. You have to have access to it. And if you want to use someone else's, you can, but as long as you've got that access. And the products are fully funded. All right, so hopefully that helps with the question. Thank you very much. There'll be links below for further information. Keep those questions coming in and hit that subscribe button down there, and we hope to see you next time.